Alright. Hey guys, it's me, the Amazing Gamer DJMC here. I'm gonna be doing this video is technically like a character bio to my Dragon Ball Xenoverse characters who I just named me. Because I can't really think of good character names at the moment. But this will be for my Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 character, and then I'll try and make one for my Xenoverse 2 character who is technically related to my first one because he is the son. Anyway, so Dylan character profile is Xenoverse 1. Here we go. Alright, so, well, first let's use a little information we know in the game. Our characters don't technically come to the Toki Toki City until in time travel ages, for some reason, in age 850. So, let's try to, I'm going to try to say, maybe I made my Xenoverse character like his origin. In other words, like the day he was born. I'm just gonna put it around like say like September, because I don't know if Saiyans had like holidays or stuff like that. I'm not counting like any stuff from like Dragon Ball Z Abridged or Kai Abridged that say holiday stuff. All right. If my character showed up around the age of 850, which is 850, I'm gonna put him somewhere in between at the age of the timeline age to 830. In other words, 830. That could have been the day he was born. So or yeah, let's just stick with that. And he has grown up to say like I'm going to assume like the same characters in Xenoverse, they're probably somewhere in their I wouldn't say like in their teens, I would like to say maybe in their early 20s. So let's say he is 20 or 21. He has some fighting experience, and now for power levels, we all know power levels don't mean shit anymore in Dragon Ball, but they were the biggest fan in Dragon Ball and then somewhat in Dragon Ball Z before the Frieza saga between Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza in his 100% form, because he stopped measuring power levels after reaching third and fourth form. I'm just gonna give him like a random power level number. I'm going to assume maybe my character will have power level maybe at 6,000. This is just like my own canon. And I guess when he got summoned by Shenlong by Future Trunks, I'm going to like decrease the power like in half. So like instead of being at 6,000, it's at 3,000, and then we have the whole storyline, like Trunks is testing out your power, he sees you're very strong, and then he introduces himself, and which we all know at this point, this Trunks, well, thanks to Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, this is technically the same Trunks from Dragon Ball Super, but for some reason his hair is now purple again instead of, being blue, which still confuses me in Super. Anyway, give me a moment here, folks. I'm trying to process some stuff here. And then we have his first legitimate fight with another character in the Dragon Ball Z timeline, which is him helping Goku and Piccolo to defeat Goku's older brother Raditz. Now we all know in the original timeline, Goku and Piccolo have won. At the end, Goku does lose his life. But thanks to Toa and Mira, which these are guys we don't know yet until when we get to the Ginyu Force Saga, someone you see is gathering energy to reopen the Demon Realm, which is pretty bad. So, my character steps in to give Goku and Piccolo a hand, which is funny because like Piccolo is very suspicious of my character, which is normal, but Goku, I think the reason he says is a guy we can trust because Raditz was about to kill Gohan because Toa used some of her magic to make Raditz move out of the way, because if that didn't happen, he would have got hit hard in the armor by Gohan like in the original timeline. And then let's see. I would like to say, and then been killed the same way, but except he didn't. He was about to kill Gohan. My character swoops in. Now, we know about the Cybermen's power level layer in the Saiyan Saga because they're an exact copy of Raditz, which their power level is 1200. So the reason I had the somewhat advantage over Raditz because my power level was already higher in my character's timeline. But then because of the whole summoning Shenron, for some reason they must have maybe suppressed half of the power, which 3000 is still good enough. So after Raz died, Trunks told me Goku will be revived later, so it's not a big deal. Ain't until the rest of the Saiyan Saga is over when I meet the Supreme Kai of Time. And to be honest, I'm surprised she is short compared to Trunks, to be honest, but I ain't gonna judge. I find Toki Toki like a good friend, because I think he's just the type of animal that like listens to people. Let's see. Answer. Alright. Let's see. Now we're going to get to the, let's see. Now we get to the part where, when we get to the Saiyan Saga, we have to deal with Nappa and Vegeta. I can't say like what Nappa's power level was at the time in Dragon Ball Z because I don't think we ever got a precise number. Like, we only know from Raz that he and Vegeta are stronger than he is, which we all know that. But, for some reason, Torme alternate, because of her memory in the timeline, all the Z fighters are dead, and then Goku shows up late, but he's already dealing some heavy hits from not only Grade 8 Vegeta, but also Grade 8 Nappa, because Nappa doesn't get killed in this alternate timeline. So, what my job is trying to make sure everything goes in order. Like, we still need to have Chaozu, Tien, Yamcha, Piccolo, and Kami die, because that's how it happens in the original timeline. But for some reason we have more than just 6 Cybermen. Hell, we even got to meet some new Cybermen species I've never seen before. They're in different colors. You got Janko Man and whatever the purple one's name is. It was a weird one. They just kept popping out like fucking rats out of a gutter, and it took a while, but I defeat them, and then I had to face Nappa alongside with Piccolo and Gohan, but sooner or later Piccolo dies by being a defense wall for Gohan because Nappa was about to kill Son Gohan. And, let's see. And then you have Gohan using Psycho for the first time, as Paolo was at, I guess, now at the point when he could match me in power level if he was angry, I guess. But, using Ki Blast, even though they increase your power when you gather enough energy, but when you release it, your power level will decrease. I was holding up Nappa for, let's say, like, maybe an hour or two just to give Gohan and Clone some time before Goku finally showed up. And at this point, Goku has learned the Kaioken and the Spirit Bomb, which we all know. And then we have the iconic fight of him versus Vegeta. But Nappa was still in the game, so I had to make sure I had to finish him off first, and then after I took care of him, I even gave Goku a helping hand in Vegeta. And Goku actually appreciates my assistance, especially for helping protecting what's left of his friend and his son, so he is forever thankful to my character. And then I had to give him a helping hand, especially when Vegeta went to Grade 8 form, because Saiyan's power levels go up to times 10 when in the Grade 8 form, and at that point Goku was using Kaioken times 3 just to boost his Kamehameha to outmatch Vegeta's Gallic gun, but then Goku pushed it further by adding Kaioken times 4. Anyway, long story short, Gohan and Krillin return to give me Goku a hand. I shoot Vegeta in the eye, and then Krillin cuts off the tail with his Super Destructo Disc. And then, let's see. And then Vegeta had a little energy left for another fight, so all of us just teamed up on him, and it was a brutal fight, but we eventually won, but I had to stop Krillin for finishing off Vegeta, because by doing that, that could have erased Trunks. And Goku appreciated my help, but he wanted to defeat Vegeta on his own, but at that point, technically he's already done that, because I think how the scrolls work in the Xenoverse is once you fix the anomaly, I don't think they have like the memories of you. Like, I think if from like say like the version like when you help in this timeline, I think it creates an alternate timeline where they will remember. But if the scroll goes back to normal, that means they probably have no knowledge of you to help them, which I think that's kind of interesting because that won't mess around with the whole continuity error of the Dragon Ball Z timeline. Let's see. Now we're gonna go to a little bit to the Namek saga when we have to deal with the Ginyu Force. After I did at least some intense training my own, even my character myself, have learned the Kaioken technique. Just like Goku, we can push it up to beyond its normal, like our maximum potential of it is at least for right now 20. I mean, we could push it higher, but then there could be a possibility that might damage our bodies, because you know how dangerous the Kaioken is. It may be some crazy wild card, but it can do damage to the user for a long time use. So it's best to use like short bursts of it, like now, I guess during that training, I guess my power level might have gone up by 2. I like to say maybe, I would like to say maybe somewhere around 2,000 extra, tried to regain the power level I lost when I came to Toki Toki City. So, like, at this point, my character has a power level of 5,000, which doesn't mean crap to the Ginyu Force, but I managed to held my own. I mean, but for some reason, Tola decides to mess around with that timeline of, for some reason, Captain Ginyu wants to body swap with Vegeta, but then later body swaps with Goku. Now, which does happen in the original timeline, but Captain Ginyu can't use any of Goku's techniques because the body knows that's not Goku, so it won't let him use the techniques. But after after we take care of some of the Ginyu Force, like let's see, we have to deal with both Captain Ginyu and Raccoon. Like Captain Ginyu didn't go back to Frieza's ship to give him the Dragon Balls, but instead he sends that little green shit Gludo, you know, the alien with the 4 eyes that can stop time. Excuse me. Anyway, the only Ginyu Force members that stayed with Captain Ginyu were Chase, Burger, and Raccoon. Anyway, so me and Vegeta kind of dealt some damage to Captain Ginyu, and then Raccoon jumps in, and then I had to take out Raccoon a bit quickly, while Vegeta, Gohan, and Krillin had to deal with Captain Ginyu. But Raccoon was a very tough opponent, but then Goku comes in the last second, knocks him out like that, and then all that's left of the Ginyu Force was Gludo, Jace, Burger, and Captain Ginyu, which Gludo was still at the ship. I assisted on Goku fighting Captain Ginyu because I think with my power and with him at this point, Goku was training over 100 times of normal Earth's gravity thanks to his spaceship. At this point, Goku was pretty much, I'm going to assume, be using Kaioken. I would like to say Kaioken maybe times 5 or maybe 10. I'm assuming. I'm not 100% sure. like using it to hide his power level, even though he knew it wouldn't be enough for Frieza, but he just had to at least try, which that's what I like about Goku. And then Chase and Berter decided to jump in the fight, and I figured I could at least handle those two on my own, because Goku can at least handle Captain Ginyu before, when it gets to the point of body swapping, which this is where the timeline gets a bit more fucked up, and it's kind of a little bit somewhat my fault, but mostly Chase's, because he was just keep pulling blow after my character, and I was blocking, and then he kicks me pretty hard, and then anyway, like, he kicks me very hard. It sends me flying in the same direction of where Goku was floating in mid-air to get his body swapped by Captain Ginyu. So, thanks to Chase, I got my body snatched with Captain Ginyu. And he even though there was a huge different power levels between me and Goku. So Goku, at first, like, how weird stuff happens in general, he doesn't understand, which it is Goku. I can't blame him. He was raised in the mountains, but he did get bump on the head when he was a young kid. But Goku would now realize I was in Captain Ginyu's body. I think that game kind of proves that's one of the times Goku has been smart. Like, the only time Goku's intelligent is mostly in fights. But he suggests during the time being, while at this point I also defeated Chase and Bertha, so they're probably dead at this point. What Goku suggests is because I'm in Captain Ginyu's body, I give Gohan and Krillin a hand, which actually, because if I'm in the enemy's body, they think the enemy think I'll be on their side, so like how a ninja is being stealthy. And that actually didn't sound like a bad idea to Trunks, so, but Goku had faith in me, so I just went with it, but Trunks was the world worried about my body. But sooner or later, I get my body back. But when I got to the ship trying to find Gohan and Krillin, because of me and Captain Ginyu's body, they thought I was Captain Ginyu, even though I may look like it, I wasn't. Well, luckily, Gohan could tell I wasn't the same guy, so thank God for that. And then we had to deal with some of Frieza's minions. We had to deal with Gludo before he went away like a little bitch. Anyway, we got the giant moles outside of Frieza's ship, and we have them scattered. But then Captain Ginyu shows up in my body and says, "What are you doing there, buddy?" I just said, I'm gonna say, "It look fucking weird of him using my body." I'm just gonna say that. Anyway, Goku shows up, and then Gludo kind of joins in the fight. I have a little fight with him after me and Goku kind of kicked Captain Ginyu's ass in my body. Captain Ginyu tried to switch with Goku again, but this time I flew in the way on purpose so I can get my body back, and it worked. I got my body back, I'm back to being normal. Sadly though, Gludo was still alive, and he frees Goku, so at that point, Goku and Captain Ginyu have finally swapped bodies, which, that's not exactly how it goes, but when the world offers you lemons, make lemonade. Anyway, now I have to help Goku deal with Captain Ginyu in his body while Vegeta was dealing with Gludo. Gludo eventually died, and then Vegeta just beat the shit out of Captain Ginyu in Goku's body, and then tried to body swap, but Goku got in the way. Goku got his body back, but then tried again, and Goku saw a Namekian frog and just fucking yeeted it across the path, and then Captain Ginyu is now in a frog's body. At that point, I sense a very strange power level for my character, and that's where we meet the people who is messing with the timeline. We meet Mira and Toa, and I'm wondering, like, why are you guys doing this? And it turns out, at first they don't know who I'm working with, so they think I'm just somebody just trying to do a good deed or whatever. So Mira wants to test my power, and to be honest, because of me being a Saiyan, I cannot resist the urge to fight. Fighting is in my character's blood. Uh, anyway, we decide to have a little fight. He mostly just blocked my punches, but I did manage to throw in some sucker punches here and there, like just show him I'm not messing around. He did found me not a say what perfect fight. He was hoping for a bit more, but to be fair, I wasn't at somewhat at my best. I mean, especially that, let's see, I got my body snatched. So, and plus Goku had to deal some damage to it while he was fighting Captain Gideon while in my body. So, like, my body had no chance, had a lot of chance to recover besides maybe some small breaths here and there. I just been into battle after battle after battle, like, not getting a chance to at least rest and heal up. But she kind of let me off with a warning: if you dare interfere again, we will kill you. And we all know in the Xenoverse characters in the game they don't talk, but I kind of like voiced the characters a little bit during my series, so I just said, bitch, I'd like to see you try. Anyway, they left, and I decided to tell Trunks I'm heading back to the time nest to at least tell him what the hell was going on, and decide to at least recover a little bit, which he could understand, and that's when at that point, that's when I finally meet the Supreme kind of time. And to be honest, the way she enters was kind of a bit funny, but a little bit embarrassing on her end, especially how Toki is her best friend and decides to land on her head. But she appreciates the work I have done, and I said thank you, and I'll try my best to keep up the good work, and she appreciates that. Trunks said, take a break a little bit, I'll let you know when something comes up. So I did. So what I told him was I'm going to at least let my body recover for a little bit, especially the battles I've been to. He can understand that. At least our Saiyan bodies need to at least recover. And by doing that, that means I'll be getting a huge Senkai boost, because at this point, I pretty much should have been dead. And knowing Saiyan biology, you recover from near-death experience. So how did I heal my wounds? Well, because I also get paid for the job I technically do in the Toki city, I decided to get at least a couple of sensu beans, but I'm only using those as an emergency for when I do little side quests, but I did at least took one just to recover my strength and stamina. After a while, I explored the city a little bit, did some quests here and there, and yeah, actually, that's about it for right now. And actually, before I end this video, I'll probably do this series, like maybe do these videos in parts. But I would like to say maybe my power after from recovering a somewhat near-death experience, I would like to say if my power was at somewhat 5,000-ish, I'm going to add like a ×2 multiplier, so I'd probably be at 10,000. My power will be at somewhat at 10,000. So, yeah, so this is Dragon Ball Xenoverse character Dylan profile part 1. Part 2 will happen probably tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think of this, and bye.